Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all are excited. It's Monday night, so you know what that means. It's time to get into the CCL. I'm your host, OG Susano, joined by my co-caster, Rome DMV. Rome, my brother, how are you doing?
Listen, I'm doing amazing. We got another great day of CCL action ahead of us. We all just got to witness an incredible weekend of CDL action. And I mean, now we get to jump into the collegiate scene and see if we get a little bit more fireworks than we got this past weekend. I mean, that might be a lot to ask for, honestly.
Yeah, especially with what a great performance and great showing that Major 1 was. It's great to see that we've got a lot of support from challengers and here in the CCL. We're excited. It's going to be a great day. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, support your fellow players because, hey, everybody at the end of the day just wants to feel tipped, you know what I mean? But let's talk about the game tonight. We've got the Wright State Raiders from Wright State University going up against Nebraska Esports from the University of Nebraska in Lincoln. And it's going to be an exciting one indeed. Let's get to our head-to-head because we've got some big things to talk about, Rome.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, looking at these two squads, I mean, you're coming into this one overall on the entire season. Yes, this is stage 2, but their entire season records still matter in a major way. Now, if we look at the hard point, you got Nebraska. They're currently positive at 13-12 in a hard point. And on the other side, Wright State currently struggling a little bit at 7-10. So I think right there, I mean, this might be a nice way for Nebraska to try to get that early edge with this first map. Obviously, being a hard point, we got to see if they're going to be able to, get their foot out early, or if this Wright State squad is going to be able to come out and shock them a little bit. But I mean, as you guys can see, the search and destroy records pretty even for both squads. Same thing with control. So really, with the only difference being the hard point in favor of Nebraska, I really feel like this matchup could end up going the distance.
I think it could end up going the distance too. While we did not know, exactly the journey that we've gotten to, but we definitely see the results. And so far, these results are telling me, hey, we might have a series, or maybe this might be a bit of a more of a beatdown. But I'm hoping for a series. I don't know about you, Rome. I think a series would be good.
Oh, yeah, big time, big time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the home roster today in the Wright State Raiders. They're coming in. They've been on broadcast before. It's going to be Neptune, Utsi, Germ, and Reich. And, I mean, listen, this squad right here, they've been putting on incredible showings every single time that they've been on stream. Yes, their overall record is only 7-6, but, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this squad definitely talented from top to bottom.
Yeah, there's a lot of players here that just know how to pull up and just put on a show. Especially here in the CCL, we love to watch these players just show us their potential. And talking about potential, let's head over to our away roster in Nebraska because these guys are ready to go. We've heard that these players are anxiously engaged and ready to go. We've got Eclipse, Sully, Cloudsy, and Zyphos. Clearly, this team is ready to go. A very teamwork balanced team. And I'm excited to see what these guys are going to do tonight.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, this squad right here coming in, I mean, they're pretty much shooting at 50% when it comes to their overall map count. So, I mean, anytime that you're at 50, you definitely want to try to come in and get the edge in maps where, they come down to the wire. And that's really what I'm looking for today with this Nebraska rosters. Who's going to be icing up when the game's 5-4, 5-5 in search and destroys? Who's going to be clutching up big for this squad?
Yeah, I'm going to be very interested indeed what we're going to be doing. But talking about what we're going to be doing, let's hop into our maps for tonight because we've got a pretty interesting setup here, if I do say so myself, because this is probably one of the most mixed setups I've seen. We're going to start off with Gavitu, HP, then Search and Destroy in Berlin, then we head over to Tuscan for control. Then if we get to a map 4, we're going to head back to Berlin for a hard point. And lastly, my personal favorite, we'll be ending off in a possible map 5 in Desert Siege for Search and Destroy. Out of all these maps, my friend, what do you think is going to be the most interesting one?
I mean, I really think that it's going to come down to that map number 2, honestly. I think that Berlin S&D, I feel like if Nebraska has already the lead going into that map, I feel like they might be able to pull it off. And honestly, I mean, you said it. It might end up being a stomping simply because Nebraska, they have that slight edge over this Wright State squad in a way where if they end up winning this hard point, as they should, record-wise is overall better. If they come into the search and destroy and squeak out a win, which they've shown that they can, they've shown that they can ice up. I mean, heading into that Tuscan control where both squads are sitting at dead even, I mean, honestly, it's anybody's game. So really, I'm going to be looking for that map number 2 to really honestly decide how the rest of the series is going to be playing out.
Yeah, I feel like Gavitu HP is going to give us a good indicator for momentum. Then, like you said, map 2 is just going to be that clarifying benchmark. Hey, these are the players. This is who we're going to need to look forward to in map 3. And, well, if we do get a map, 4 and 5, I think it's definitely going to be ending up as a stamina battle. But it's going to be an exciting one indeed in terms of just both of these teams, like we said before. While their records may be a little bit more closer, we do not know the extent or the tenacity that these players have. So definitely map 1, I'm going to be playing a little bit more of an analytical look at these guys to make sure that, hey, maybe we've got a player that's secretly a golden member who just knows how to rock the map.
Oh, yeah, precisely. And I mean, right here, right now, I mean, this is stage 2, ladies and gentlemen. Stage 1 was all fine and dandy, but now is where everything really matters. Your record before, it really doesn't matter all too much. The only thing that you got to worry about right now is your stage 2 record, moving on, making sure that you are good to go. And I mean, really, that's really all you got to watch for right here, right now. So, I mean, honestly, looking at these 5 maps, I'm kind of hoping that we end up don't getting all the way to that desert siege, just because, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I want to see one of these squads coming out strong. This is stage number 2. I want to see one of these squads come out hot. If one of these squads can get a 3-0 decisive win over another squad in their tier that is pretty much dead even with them, I mean, that's going to do absolute work for this squad mentally, and especially in their group right now.
Yeah, and looking at those records, a 3-0 would definitely bolster a bit of a buff when it comes to the record holding, because as you said before, stage 2, this is time to go. We're qualifying for playoffs, and any sort of buff to your records, it's going to help you get a better seeding for when we get towards that end. But talking about getting towards that seeding, we're going to be hopping into this Gava 2 HP. I'm personally ready to go because, when we're talking about the search and destroys, I'm a big sniper guy. I love the snipers, and once we get through to this map, oh boy, I'm hoping to see some sniper action in Berlin.
Hey, listen, man, I would say I'm a sniper guy. I used to be a sniper guy. I don't know about anyone. I don't know what happened. Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, I was great. And then, I don't know. After that, just fell off. I don't know what happened. Snipers, not my thing anymore. But, submachine guns, I'm all there. See me on the battlefield. I'm lit for it. Let's go ahead and get this one started off, as it's going to be a battle early and often, as Wright is going to be pushing up, following up his Nebraskan brethren, and let's see who's going to be getting control early and often.
Yeah, but you already see a nice little 3 down. Nebraska just coming in big here. Solely stays alive in the hill. 4 now playing in towards the donut, but gonna get taken down. That's a 4-for-1 trade. Nebraska will still be in charge of the hill, even though numbers are slowly going down. Neptune looks towards the cut, sees one, tags him up, but it's that automaton. As great as it is, the ammo just always does you dirty.
Yeah, and I mean, another thing to note is that in this stage 2, Wright State currently sitting at 1-3, and Nebraska currently sitting at 2-2. So if Wright State can pull off a little bit of an upset here, they will be able to be tied in the standings with Nebraska and have that tiebreaker advantage over them. So right here, this is a massive, massive series for the Wright State Raiders.
Exactly. And right now, you can immediately see Nebraska. They fought for that hill. They got the majority of the time, but the Raiders did not want to give in. So that was a great contest hill for them. I'm going to see right now, immediately, Nebraska, once again, is just coming in big here. Solely, while he did get a great flank that first hill, unfortunately, not going to happen this time. You'd see he's ready to go. Cloudsy holding the top, and, well, Eclipse tries to chow the hill, and this is just a classic setup from the side of Nebraska. 1 up, 2 down, and 1 in the back. You're going to see immediately right here, just this setup from the side of Nebraska has been so effective in holding down the hill for a majority of the time. You'd see still going to be holding onto the hill. You have Cloudsy and co. try to make their way towards gun, but overall, you need a coalition of effort if you're the Raiders to try and stop these guys.
Yeah, and the thing that I was quiet because I was sitting here thinking, I was trying to look over, and yeah, so right now at the top of the screen, the names actually are going to be flip-flopped around. So Wright State is currently on the right, Nebraska is on the left. So currently, Wright State off to an amazing start. We thought it was Nebraska, but no. It was a little bit of a switcheroo on us, but I mean, either way, we're going to be getting that change for you guys. A 50-point advantage coming out for Wright State. I mean, they're starting off hot, and this is exactly what you're looking for if you're 1-3 in stage 2.
Yep, and, well, I guess, yeah, Wright State Raiders just... They're that guy. They know how to hold these setups, which is absolutely phenomenal to see. You're going to see a bit of some streaks coming in from Utsi, but won't be able to use those just yet. Germ still holding the back line. It's going to be a bit of a tough one as Solely now goes for the flank. Chow's the typical spot, and, well, teammates are going to be able to help him out. Clips now looking towards the right, sees the cut, sees Utsi, but does not engage. Hopefully that information was given.
Yeah, for sure. Sully going to be dropping Down low, and I mean, Eclipse right now, 2 and 6, just going to be patrolling this mid, going to be trying to recreate a little bit of pressure that the squad has been able to accumulate early on. And I mean, right now, heading back over, you can see the rotations are going to be coming out. It's going to be a battle for him for sure, but early on, it's going to be the side of Nebraska that are going to be locking it down, kick things off. And you can see right now, all green is going to be in the kill feed. That is still Nebraska, so just I know it's a little bit confusing, but yes, that is Nebraska that do have the spawns, and they are good to go.
Yeah, you're going to see immediately, glad we got that fixed because, yeah, Nebraska are those guys right now. You'd see clearly the showstopper player from the side of Nebraska is just getting this hill time right now. 14 and 3, when you have teammates that can just absolutely close the deference, get the communication in, that's when you set yourself up for a great time. And, well, UT's currently benefiting off of that. A little 3 down for the side of the Raiders. It will start to get back up towards that point of, contention, but we are going to need to get a rotation here soon.
I mean, right here, right now. Oh, man, Zyphos is going to be dropping, and that's going to be 3 for Wright in a row, and that's going to be big for him because, I mean, he was sitting at 5 and 12, so now going to 8 and 12, it's going to be huge for this squad. And I apologize. It looks like I was confused. And the little sheet that we got is actually the rosters that are flip-flopped on the little side sheet that we got. So that's my bad. I apologize to you guys. It is Nebraska with the 25-point advantage currently. I just want to say that. My bad, guys.
Hey, no worries, my friend. Technical difficulties are all over the world. It's just not a problem. But let's talk about difficulties right now. You're going to see the Raiders are going to be trying to get this contestant in. Solely, once again, that player, that impact player, trying to help out into the site. Somebody get this man some help because Cloudsy's currently getting the kills, but kills aren't going to mean too much when you're not getting kill time. And with a 40-point differential, boy, is it starting to stink.
And, I mean, still, right now, Nebraska doing a great job of locking this one down. They're going to be getting all this scrap time as well. And now heading over to next, it's going to be Eclipses of Wright State. And he's going to be locking it down along with Cloudsy over there. And I mean, right here, this might be a good opportunity for Wright State to get back into this one. You can see it is going to be Zyphos was locking down the boat for as long as he possibly could. And I mean, now you see all 3 players. They are locked in on this hill. Wright State trying to make a comeback right here, right now.
You do look at it right now. Sully's going to have a big play there. Going to help out the team. It's 3 down. Raiders will hold the hill for now. You have some players moving towards the front, but Clips, once again, that player for the side of the Raiders, just trying to make his AR work influential. Cloudsy's still going big on the map. 21 and 10, currently on a 2 streak. And, well, Nebraska, they did have a great start so far, but they will stay up by 30 as we need to get a contestant going.
And still going to be a 30-point advantage as this one. Going to be the battle for the scrap time right now, coming out from Sully and Utsi, who's going to be winning this one. As you can see, they're dancing around each other right now, and Sully's looking for him. Utsi's in the middle. This is a funny exchange for some scrap time, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really going to matter because the rotations are coming out, and it is going to be Cloudsy trying to lock down the mid 4 now, but he's going to get shut down by Neptune, as that is going to be Nebraska locking down these rotations, and they should be good to go to get this early time.
Yeah, that's plundering of the kill from Sully was big for the side of Nebraska because now you don't have players rotating around. Nobody's going to be able to watch that long flank. And, well, Zyphos, it's no problem with him. He's going to have some help. They break the site, get in, but Germ tries to go a bit overzealous there. Once again, you need to have your team to help you out in these situations. Gavitu is a very team-based map. So you see teams like LA Thieves that have that teamwork in their essentials just make it happen. And that's why right now, currently in Nebraska, we're doing that for the first set of rotations.
All right, and I mean, still, it's going to be still the 30-point advantage right now through this point as well. And I mean, as long as Nebraska can keep this slight advantage, I mean, they're going to be good to go. But I mean, let's be honest, 30 points on Gavutu is nothing. I mean, and now with this rotation over to the beach, it's going to be all about these rotations, and that's going to be Eclipse's drop. And he's normally been the player to be able to lock down these spawns early and often for this Wright State squad. But with him dropping, I mean, Nebraska, they're going to be in good positioning to be able to lock this one in. Utsi takes out Reich, unfortunate. Takes out his teammate with the glide bomb. But I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. It's going to be all Nebraska, and they're locking this one down.
Yeah, and you see right now, Germ once again has that position. They've realized the spawns are coming in from the back, and they want to hold it. So he's going to try to make the play with his teammate, but if you still have Germ on that top gun position, it's going to be a bit of a problem, but Germ will see himself out, and well, the hill gets broken when you lose your overwatch. So Reek's going to be trying to get back onto the side. There's 20 seconds left. And, you know, like you said earlier, Rome, when it comes to the differentials, 30 isn't a lot. But, hey, Nebraska know how to capitalize on these, you know, lack of setups.
Yeah, precisely. And now it's going to be a 50-point advantage. It is going to be coming in. I mean, Cloudsy just going to be locking down this scrap time. Doesn't need to challenge anything. Just keep on getting these points as this rotation is going to be coming in, but it is going to be Germ that's already locking this one down. And, I mean, Germ, Wright, they're already good to go over there. I mean, this squad, we know what they're capable of. We know that there's a reason why they're so highly touted right now. And, I mean, honestly, a lot of people, even though they are sitting in the Tier 2 of Stage 2, I mean, a lot of people felt like this squad had the talent to end up in Stage 1. They just weren't able to reflect that record-wise. But, I mean, right here, right now, I mean, this roster, Neptune, UT, Reich, and Germ, they're making a statement for sure.
Yeah, big statement indeed. And, well, the Raiders will hold the hill for now. This play from Zyphos is very huge because not only is he watching the players get the cut, he's giving it to Eclipses, who right now is going to try and get this player Neptune in the back, and it works. Once again, the setup stays alive. The points will not give the Raiders the advantage, but it will put them at a better point of contention when it comes to the overall. Cloudsy now playing towards the top of Bo. Notices Neptune, but he's going to lose his life. Now players make the rotation, and it looks as though Nebraska will be the ones to hold this next hill.
All right, so we just got word from production. So Wright State is the team on the right. Nebraska is the team on the left. So I was right with my initial. We are getting flip-flopped all back and forth. But Wright State are currently going to be the team with the advantage in this one. I thought I was right. I could have swore Wright State was Neptune and UC in them. So that's why I was like, I don't know about that. But, oh, man. All right, so we are good to go. So there's Wright State currently with a 20-point advantage in this one. Coming in as Sully's going to be picking up one. Can he get the second? No, it's going to be UT picking him up. And now 25-point lead coming in for Wright State. And, I mean, it's still going to be this squad locking it down for now. It doesn't look like anyone's going to be coming in for the side of Nebraska. I mean, Wright State locking this point down. They're going to be getting all this scrap time. This is going to be huge for them as they are nearing a 50-point advantage heading into this next rotation.
Well, you know, who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? But I mean, hey, you're ahead of it. You're ahead of the curve. You know.
Thank you.
You're ahead of the curve. I will give you that one. But yeah, immediately right now, with the way that these players are playing on the side of the Raiders, they've been doing very well for themselves. They've been having the setups needed to hold the sites, but right now, with the way these players on the side of Nebraska are trying to just claw their way back up, it's been amazing to see. And well, I think we are going to get a bit of a hot fix here, so I hope the names will be fixed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, either way, they'll get fixed before the next game. But, I mean, hey, listen, as long as we know we're watching, that's really all that matters. Right now, Wright State with a 40-point advantage. They only need 20 more points to lock this one down, as Wright State is currently going to beat the squad in the white. Squad in the green is going to be currently Nebraska, so they're going to need to break into this one if they want any chance to come back. Cloudsy is going to be dropping. It's still going to be German Reich on the point for Wright State. Only 10 seconds left. They can win it here, Susano.
Yeah, they can definitely win it here. It's getting closer and closer. Right now, you're going to see Nebraska just desperately try to get onto the side. 249, and, well, there you go, 250. Gavatu going for the side of the Raiders. After a bit of confusion, we're once again sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We try our best here. Just know that.
Yeah, we try. You know, I was looking at the sheet. I was like, okay, either the names here are wrong or the names in our sheet are wrong. One of the two. But either way, we got it figured out. Wright State with the 66-point win. I mean, big shout out to this squad. I mean, oh, Reek. Shout out to Reek, man. I mean, honestly, either way, all these players right here putting on an absolute show. Wright State coming out hot. The fact that they were able to get a decisive win like this over Nebraska, when Nebraska is currently has a better record and hard point than them, I mean, this is massive for the Wright State Raiders.
Yeah, the Wright State Raiders, you know, looking at these stats right now, you got to shout out Cloudsy. The man's plays were absolutely insane. 31 non-traded kills, 44 seconds on the hill. That's amazing to see. Just great AR work. But like I said before, Sully was that impact player. Not only was he getting into the sights and holding them, the man's got 2 minutes and 11 seconds. You could definitely give him a pat on the back and tell him thank you for that. But it was absolutely insane the plays he was making. Whenever you saw a player in a power position, you definitely were going to see Sully just creeping around trying to find an off angle. So much congratulations to the Raiders for that one.
If I'm looking at Nebraska, looking at Cloudsy, 41-24. What? That is absolutely insane numbers with 31 non-traded kills, 4,100 damage. And then, I mean, on the winning side of Wright State, you got Germ, 36-19, ladies and gentlemen, with 29 non-traded kills. That is absolutely an insane stat line. That's exactly what you want to see. And I mean, honestly, this squad in Wright State, they came out hot early on, and they're looking very, very ready in stage 2 right now.
Yeah, this was a great indicator, honestly, Rum. I know we were waiting for that second map, but it was a great indicator for the side of Wright State Raiders to show us that aggression that they have. Not only are they aggressive, but they're a little bit more methodical in their aggression. So the setups were there, the plays were made, the ARs, man, they got paid today, and that's exactly what happened. 250 to 184 was the end to our map 1. We're going to be going to Berlin for our S&D, and honestly, if I'm Nebraska right now, I take this on the chin. I learned what I did wrong, and I'm getting ready for these setups that we need to have for the second map.
Oh, yeah, precisely. I mean, we know Berlin S&D, it's really just going to be all about how sound you are as a team and how coordinated you are. We know that those B pushes on the offensive side, it takes coordination. You have to be able to watch the flanks. You have to be able to have people in position for the post plant. You also have to be able to clear out the bomb site without going down. I mean, these are all extremely difficult things to do on such a map that has, you know, so many different sight lines, things like that, that you can, so many routes that you can take, honestly, to get behind enemies. If you catch the right COD timing, we all know how incredible COD timing has been on Berlin. Let's be honest. Berlin S&D is the epitome of a COD timing map if I've ever seen one. So, I mean, honestly, we're just going to see how these squads come out. And I always say it, you know, this map straight up, if your squad goes A, your squad is about that life. You're ready for that action. If your squad goes B on offense on Berlin S&D, you're playing the safe route. You're going the easy peasy, the bread and butter route, if you will. So, I mean, I'm excited to see who's going to be coming out hot, who's going to end up going to that A bomb site to try to switch things up a bit and, you know, see who can come out on top.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. And we immediately just saw from the side of the Wright State Raiders that ARs are going to be a essential part of their teamwork and their team flow. So when you look at the Raiders, you know that players are going to be absolutely holding those lanes, making sure that their subs can get in and out of each buildings, whether it be through middle broken or towards fire. You're not going to feel safe if you're an MP40 on this map, because when you have players like Cloudsy and co, man, you're definitely going to be worried about where you're moving, making sure that, hey, is my AR covering my back, or is there going to be a sniper coming from either side? We will definitely have to see.
Yeah, and I mean, now, Wright State, honestly, this squad right here, right now, they are going to be feeling so good after getting that map 1 victory in hardpoint. I mean, the fact that they are the least favored hardpoint out of the two teams here, I mean, that's just a massive win. Coming out and shocking them in map number 1. Now you get to go into map number 2 with a little bit of comfortability and understanding that, hey, worst case scenario, we leave this map and it's tied 1-1 series count and we're still good to go. I mean, honestly, it's all positivity right now, right here out of Wright State. And we said it. If they win this series, this is massive for them. Both of these squads would be sitting at 2 and 3 in the standings for their group currently in stage 2. And having that tiebreaker win over another team that you're tied with, that is massive. So right here, this match for Wright State, if they can win 2 more maps, it'll be huge for them.
Yeah, exactly. A 3-0 victory would just bolster those records like we talked about before. And as I talk about bolstering records, let's hop into this Berlin, because I'm personally excited for the sniper work. I know I talk about it a lot. I sound like a broken record, but come on, man. When we just had a game like Cold War and we banned those snipes, man, it is refreshing. It's like getting a nice glass of water on a hot summer day, because, boy, am I fiending for it.
Oh, yeah, big time. Let's go ahead and see what these squads have for us today. Let's see if Wright State can keep this train rolling, or if Nebraska's got an answer. Because, I mean, honestly, right here, right now, I mean, Nebraska, they've got to be feeling a type of way after that. They got to be coming into this one, honestly, thinking that, you know, we're probably going to handle Wright State. We're going to be able to knock them out. And now, map number 1, I mean, Wright State had the lead, and they never gave it up the entire map 1. So, honestly, that's going to be a little bit tough on the mental of Nebraska, but let's see how they can answer back.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. And, well, you'd see the MP40 in hand, making his way through tickets, and off-screen Cloudsy opens up with our first blood. Very nicely done. Yutzi finds the kill, goes for the trade. Now you see once again, like you said before, just that bread and butter, you know, going for the B, the comfort, and, well, they will get the bomb down. It's a 2v2 now. Bomb's planted. It's go time.
Yeah, here we go. Post-plant positioning going to be coming out. Sully in the 1v1 in the back. Yutzi, is he going to be able to win it? No, Sully going to be getting the better of him, and that is going to be huge for this squad. And, I mean, now you can see it's all going to be up to Neptune now, and this is just going to be an extremely difficult situation. I mean, pretty much for anybody. Only 18 seconds left. Not able to win that. That's going to be a huge win coming out of Nebraska to get this early offensive round.
You have great offensive round from Nebraska. They will take it, and it really came down to the wire there for a second. It felt like things were just going left and right. You saw Cloudsy with that first blood opening. It was very nicely done, and then there were trades coming in, and hey, Nebraska overall just had that better spirit when it came to it.
Oh, yeah, precisely. And now we get to see exactly how Wright State are going to be answering back of their own. Currently, Eclipse is going to be on a 2 streak, so we want to keep an eye on him right now on his defensive side because, I mean, honestly, streaks on this map, they can be absolutely lethal because they can force squads to go A if they feel like, oh, man, we can't go B because we'll just run into a bunch of streaks. Eclipse is not going to be able to win that, though. That was huge. Coming in for Reek. Reek picks up his second, and, I mean, now this squad going to be pushing the back and pressing the issue. Reek got 3. What are we watching?
This is just freaking the most dominant gameplay ever from Reek right now. And they will get the bomb down. And Zyphos, being the last man left here, left to his vices. After having a great round 1, Reek just immediately stops that one for him.
Yeah, Reek wreaking havoc all over the map in the worst way right now. I wasn't expecting that to happen. They all 3 swung. I thought that he would at least be able to get one of those 3 players that did wide swing, but he only put he got both of them 1 shot. That's not good enough. Unfortunate he couldn't lock it down by himself, and that was a great A hit that came out of Wright State right there. And I mean, hey, listen, Wright State's about that action if you ask me.
Oh yeah, they want the smoke. They are not prone. They are not new when it comes to taking the fight to the man. And so that's exactly what we're seeing right here. As it's going to be a 2-man push from both sides to A. How's he using the windows? Zyphos, I think he detects there's a player under him, but doesn't look at his back. That's UT playing in the credit corner, gets that kill, and well, now we're at a 3-4 minute left.
Yeah, precisely. It's a nice defensive stand starting out by the Wright State Raiders, and you can see right now it's going to be 1 player in the back. There's going to be Sully. He's just going to be watching his flank, but that's going to be leaving his squad in a 2v4. That nade not going to be the most successful, and it looks like Cloudsy going to be pushing in, trying to clear out this side room inside of A, but there's going to be a couple people in here, and that is going to be making this extremely difficult. He is able to pick up 1, but can he dodge out of there, making it a 3v3 situation? That's going to be big for this squad.
Yeah, very nicely done. Puts the numbers at a neutral level. Solely, once again, that impact player finding the kill in the back, but unfortunately, he's not very aware when it comes to his own path. Let's take it down. Reek and Neptune, 2 players that you definitely want in this type of situation to just get Cloudsy. They're going to be rallying together here pretty soon. They've got the pinch in hand. Neptune looking to see if this bomb planter is going to be able to get it down. He does, but Cloudsy now looking towards the back. It's going to be playing towards the statue door. This is a great setup because not only does it get one of these players offhand, but Reek, the defuse comes in.
Reek's already on it, and I'm not sure he's going to check it. He's got to get him off, and he's not going to be able to. He is able to. Oh, my goodness, barely. Oh, and that's going to be a 1v1 now. 25 seconds.
And you do see right there, that was pretty crazy. It looked as though he literally had it. It was probably 0.5 seconds away. You're going to see immediately the chow comes in, but Cloudsy wins that. The 1v2, it's no problem to him.
I mean, listen, you say that, if you want anyone in that situation, it's going to be Reek and it's going to be Neptune, but I got to be honest. Neptune should have been the one to get on the bomb. Reek was on a 5 spree right there. There is zero excuse right there for Neptune to not be the one to get on the bomb. 110% Reek should have been the one to go for the kill in that situation simply because he was 1 away from getting those streaks. I don't even think with 5. I don't even think that he's got it yet. I don't even think that he got it. So
no, I don't think
that
so
did
either.
Get shut down. So that's extremely unfortunate. Even with a bomb play, I don't think he got it. We just got to go to his POV eventually just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it. So we just got to wait and find out. But either way, I mean, 2-1 situation. Nebraska looking pretty good in that second round.
Yeah, I want those guys in that situation, but poor decision making was really what did them in. And Neptune gets that nice opening piece, and Cloudsy being the winner of that last round, going to be looking for these players. And Reek does notice them, and Sully's going to try and give some help as well. And we're here at a bit of a showdown, if you will.
Yeah, precisely. And now Cloudsy going to be making the challenge that, I mean, a lot of people have found to be working, and that's wide swinging the right side of this building instead of walking on the left side. It seems like it might not be the brightest play simply because you're walking down the middle of the street, but honestly, in 4v4s, a lot of times people give that up once you start planting the bomb, once you feel like you have that B site locked down. So we've seen teams do that more and more, players do that more and more, the ones defending B site. They'll go to the right side of the building, not the left side where the window is, and it's been working out recently. It's had a whole lot of success, and Right there, not able to find success, though, is Reek. Still going to be wreaking havoc on the map 7-2.
Yeah, very nicely done out of him. And, I'm hoping for a streak, man. It really was a bit of a killjoy moment where, hey, he was doing good, but like I said, poor decision making at the end of the day. But enough decision making skills to get them the 2-2. Nebraska, they're not going to get a free win here. It's going to go the distance, I think, at least. And well, with the way that these players are moving, we're going to be seeing a bit of a play towards B. And well, none other than Zyphos will be making his way towards A slowly but surely.
Yeah, and I mean, I like the sneaky play. It's just going to be all about Reek and whether or not he's going to be able to read it. Cloudsy barely going to be able to see his head, and he's going to be able to take out Neptune. That's going to be a huge first blood. Is going to be coming out in favor of Nebraska.
Yeah, great kill from Cloudsy. That's just one of those angles that, you take advantage of. Zyphos does see Reek. Going to be moving more back. Try to wait for his teammates to come in. They are down at a disadvantage, and with UT going on the long flank, they line up. Reek gets one, but tags up the second. Not going to be able to kill them all just yet. Cloudsy now stuck in the corner here. It's going to be a bit of a fight, but Eclipses and Co. Sully, that impact player that I talked about before, just making it happen.
Sully went absolutely huge right there. And I mean, now 3-3, 2v2 situation, but he's going to be dropping to the hands of Germ, leaving it in a 2v2 situation, as Cloudsy and Eclipses with the bomb in hand over at this A site. But I mean, UT is in prime position. Germ is in front as well.
That's huge from Germ to be able to not only ISO that kill, but make Eclipse be in a very uncomfortable position. Windows open, no too many lines of sight into this bomb, and it looks as though the contest is going to come in. Eclipse tries to predict the shots, but it gets taken down.
Extremely unfortunate, and that's going to be Wright State getting 2 rounds in a row in a massive way. I mean, hey, listen, 2 rounds in a row, it might not sound like a lot, but it's the first time it happened so far in this map, and in S&D, it can add up quick. You do not want to let this get out of hand. I mean, 2 rounds in a row, 1 on offense, 1 on defense. Now, let's see what this squad in Wright State's going to be able to do, because guess what? They've got the offensive side. We've already seen them be successful at B. We've seen them be successful at A. Now, what are they going to do in this round? I mean, honestly, why not? Just go B, bread and butter.
Yeah, exactly. And talking about being at 2-3 right now, this is what I like to call in the coaching world. It's just playing under discouragement. If Nebraska can show us that they've got it still and they're not going to let that mental affect them, then, oh boy, these are definitely contenders. Zypho comes in with the kill into Utsi, and with 2 players being in front of him, he does see Neptune. He's going to have a bit of a hard time here as he gets shot down.
Yeah, I mean, it was Reek originally, but now it's looked like it's going to be Germ. It's going to be going on a little spree of his own. I mean, either way, this squad doing an incredible job. And I said it, bread and butter, clean. They have not lost an offense yet. They've only lost 2 defenses, I believe, if I do remember that correctly. So, I mean, right now, this squad is doing absolutely incredible things, not losing any offenses yet. This is exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird, considering it's S&D, you would assume or hope that defense would be your, play, or, we can hold it the best. But hey, I mean, some teams play a little bit better with confidence. And as we enter the dagger round of 2-4, currently Raiders will be up, and this movement towards A is looking like it's going to be a more of a slower, more methodical one from the side of Nebraska.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, 4-2 is the most important round in Search and Destroy throughout Call of Duty history. I mean, I cannot stress it enough. Anytime it's 4-2, I always tell my team, listen, ice up, period, because if you're winning, this is either match point and the other squad has to now win 4 rounds in a row, or the game is literally as close as humanly possible through 7 rounds at 4-3. So it literally is the biggest round in Call of Duty, and we get to see exactly who's going to be getting the first blood. It's going to be UT getting 1, but he gets traded out expeditiously, and now all 3 members of Nebraska are going to be inside of this A site, with all 3 of Wright State going to be at the back. It is going to be Sneaky Beaver and Zyphos coming through the middle, coming through fire. He's going to need to make a play, but he gets taken out by Neptune.
Yeah, Neptune's AR work has been a bit of an impact play this whole time. And like I said before, to the dagger round from the Goach himself, Rambo Ray, he calls it. We're going to see Cloudsy go for the bomb site immediately. But Germ, he's on it. Gets the strafing run as well. Sully now looking for this last player. And, well, there you go. The Raiders once again coming out big. And, Rum, you said it earlier, the momentum, clearly, with 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
It's safe to say that the Raiders have it.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, they're starting to figure things out very, very solidly. 2 rounds on offense, 2 rounds on defense. It's looking like no matter what they do, it's going to be good to go. And now they're back on an offensive side that they have not lost yet. I mean, Susano, why not go B and just make it work? I mean, at the end of the day, you got Germ on a 7 streak as well. So he's going to be fully streaked out. They're definitely going to be wanting to take this one outside. As you can see, all green arrows heading straight over to B.
I don't know. I don't know if you're in their team comms or something, man. But yeah, they're going for that comfortable play. And if I'm up, yeah, and Germ throwing a bomb from above, just absolutely just deleting Zyphos. Yeah, you're feeling real comfortable right now. Although it is a 3v3, you are going to be able to get the bomb down. And Cloudsy getting towards the back, and Germ's got this cut. He does notice that, hey, maybe there's one player there, and it's going to be eclipsed, but we'll have to see.
Precisely, Germ gonna need to go huge, and he is able to get one. Now Cloudy gotta go. Neptune stands and absolutely fries. Oh my goodness, what a play. And now Sully, left in the 1v3, is able to take out one, looking for the second. No, this is gonna be all right, State, as they win 6-2. My goodness, Susano. 5 rounds in a row. What a showing at the end there.
Hey, I'm hopping off ranked at that moment, man. You know, if I'm getting turned on like that, brother, I don't know what to do. I'm not losing my 2K SR, but I'm hopping off. You know, I'm hopping on Halo, bro. Give me some Fiesta. I don't know, bro. It's just when you're in a position like that where you have the flank and then Neptune just immediately snap, pop, crackle, whatever you want to say, just deletes them. But yeah, looking at these stats, man, it's a no-brainer. Wright State, each one of these players just having a ball, just great times.
Yeah, that was absolutely an incredible show. And I mean, looking at Germ, 10-2, he was able to go on a 10 streak, ladies and gentlemen, to end that game out. He started off 0-2. That just shows you, if you start out down bad, it doesn't mean you're going to finish down bad. Wow, what a turnaround from Germ. I mean, all around, I mean, German and Reek, they did it all themselves, really, it seemed like. I mean, both of them absolutely went insane. Both of them dropped over 1,000 damage as well in only 8 rounds. Shout out to those players. Zyphos on the other side, only 52 damage out of him. So, you know, maybe needing to see him pick it up here in this control coming up is going to be exactly what this squad in Nebraska needs. Because, I mean, Nebraska, I'm sure they were not planning on being in an 0-2 hole after 2 maps.
Yeah, Nebraska, you know, like I said before, it's really playing under discouragement, my friend, because when you're in this moment coming from a player's point of view, and I mean anybody at home who plays ranked definitely can feel this type of pressure when you're just down. You need to realize, hey, we're dug down in a deep trench right now, and only we as a team will be able to get ourselves out. My coach won't do it, my staff won't do it, only me and the boys. You know, I always like to, you know, call back to that Major 5, man, with the Minnesota Rocker. You're down so bad, it's not chalk, boys. We can work this out. And that's what defines good teams from great teams, is teams that can just get that mental back going instead of checking themselves out and, you know, hey, we lost tonight. It's all right, good boys, you know.
Oh, yeah, precisely. I mean, let's see if the reverse sweep is going to be able to come through from Nebraska. But, hey, listen, before we get to that, we're going to be taking things to a very short break before we jump into this control on Tuscan. It's going to be a good one. Not heading to the beaches with Gavutu this time. It's going to be going to the sand. So let's see how this one's going to be playing out right after this short break. Stay tuned.
Hope you enjoyed that short break. We're back at it. Wright State Raiders versus Nebraska Esports. Been a hot 2-0 so far. We were last in Berlin with a 6-2 win for the side of the Raiders. I'm here with Rome DMB, the man, the myth, the legend himself. How you doing, my brother? You feeling okay after that one, dude?
I got to be honest, the first map, it was a roller coaster. I think we all know what happened there. I mean, map number 2, a little bit of a shock, the fact that Wright State were able to, you know, just turn into a locomotive, and they got that momentum and never let it go, winning 5 big rounds in a row after being down 2-1. And I mean, honestly, this Wright State squad, I don't know if they're going to be stopped. I mean, going into control on a Tuscan map, we have seen some pretty intense Tuscan this past weekend. I know it has nothing to do really with the CCL, but I know all of these CCL players were watching the CDL finals. They were all watching the stage 1. They were all watching it, ladies and gentlemen. And so they're going to be taking notes, learning from the mistakes that the pros were making, learning from the good things that the pros did as well. And I got to be honest, what I was seeing on Tuscan Control specifically this past weekend, I feel like there's going to be a big change in how teams approach it, how they look at it. And I feel like we're going to probably be seeing it a lot more in the CCL from here on out.
Yeah, and like the biggest one to like add on to that is one that I saw that was so crazy. Just going for B right off the bat, you know?
Yeah, it
just
pays off.
Go for B, immediately circumvent the power positions, force like someone into the back spawns towards A, and it's a piece of cake after that. I used to think that Tuscan attack was just so, you know, one-sided. I was like, you know, hey guys, like, you know, before this new update coming in with the ticks, hey, just get as many kills as you can. Hey, we get the ticks, you know. But now with the strats we've seen from the Pro League now coming into the CCL, I 100% agree with you. If you want to make it to that top level, you gotta imitate the players that do it best.
Yeah, precisely. And I mean, that's exactly what we got to look for. I'm expecting some offensive wins to be coming out. We talked about the different strategies, sending those sneaky beavers to do the dirty work. And I mean, that's what it's going to be all about on Tuscan here. Who's going to be able to slip through, get those 2 pieces in the back to spawn, get those numbers advantages, as well as get, just being a thorn in the side, being someone that they have to look for as a defensive player. I mean, anytime that a defensive player spawns up and understands, oh man, we've got people in our spawn I've got to go deal with, and I got to go deal with people pressuring the point, you want to keep them guessing on the defensive side. And that's how we've seen teams be able to come out victorious on here. We all know that, A is pretty much a piece of cake. You can get it pretty much whenever you want. I'm not sure if I've really seen a straight up hold on defense where neither team could get A. I don't think I've ever seen that on Tuscan. I'm pretty sure it's always come down to a B.
Yeah, well, we're going to see a bit of a fight towards A here. Yutzi looks like he's going to be able to get one, but unfortunately the auto mantle kills him. Solely gets that one, but the fight comes from Germ. They're able to clear off the side. Zyphos hiding in towards mid. Unfortunately does not get the kill under Reek fast enough, so he will be able to move that one, and the team will be able to get onto A, and Clousy's just holding the mid.
But it's going to be Yutzi that's going to be on B, and it's going to be up to Zyphos to win the 1v1, and Zyphos does. That was big because, I mean, that could have been the first tick of progression that could have came in for this squad in Wright State. And, I mean, if they would have been able to get that first tick on B, we talked about it. They're already doing the plays, sending that sneaky beaver through, trying to be a thorn in the side. It almost worked out there. We just got to see if they're going to be able to keep on doing it here, as they've already got 1 tick through on A.
Yeah, 1 tick through indeed, and the half coming in for this one. But with Reek holding the mid and Clousy just trying to stay up here, he's going to get immediately fought. But Reek will lose that fight. Neptune gets taken down as well. And, well, when it's a one-man army, I guess Clousy's your man.
I mean, looking at this. Oh, Cloudsy. He's able to get the second. Can he find the third down mid with the pistol? No, it's going to be Reek getting the better of him, winning that big exchange. But, I mean, either way, right now, it's going to be another thorn in the side. Player number 4, if he can win this 1v1, no, he's going to be losing that again. And that is not going to be a completed tick of progression. I thought Yutzi was able to get 1 tick over at B. That could have been huge for this Wright State squad yet again. Sending 1 sneaky beaver through and almost making the play happen.
Yeah, and it's like what we talked about before. These plays towards B have been a little bit more prevalent. So clearly these players are learning. They see from the best, they replicate, they make it happen. Right now we're going to see a bit of a fight towards the church. Reek sees Sully, and well, those came down to which player was more ready for that gunfight. Yutzi as well, getting the player towards top plat, and well, now you're going to force these players into the back.
Yeah, they've got 3 down. It's going to be up to Eclipses right now, and it looks like it is going to be Zyphos, but he's going to be dropping as well. And I mean, Eclipses drop. This could be problematic as Wright State currently going to be getting a lot of pressure in. They need to get on the point, though. They need to start getting this progression in. They can't just get control. They also have to get the time. And it looks like that's not going to be working. I mean, Cloudsy went major. He got the 1 player that just got on the point on it, and now it's all going to be up to Sully. He's going to be taking out 1, taking out 2, finally going to be dropping, and now all that's left is Reek on the point.
Reek does complete that first tick, though, so that's going to be huge for the side of the Raiders. Eclipse going to get on, but Zypho's playing towards that P5. That island player, this is going to have to be huge from him, but he does get stunned out. The information has been given. He is pretty much stuck here. Players are now moving around him, gravitating towards the site, but you do not want to be a dull blade at this point. You want to be sharp, refined, and methodical. And, well, Zyphos, he's making that a problem.
Yeah, and the player that I've really had my eyes on for like the last 30 seconds is player number 4, Yutzi. He's been making his way in the back, finally did get a pick, and now they understand they have to go hunting for him. You can see player 8, Zyphos. He's looking for him backside church. Who's going to be winning that? It's going to be Yutzi yet again. The thorn in the side has not went away quite yet, and that means these players have to be wary of him. They have to hunt him out, and that's going to be a huge problem as right now he is causing massive damage. Finally, Nebraska is going to be able to clear him out, clear out the point, and I mean, honestly, Wright State, if Yutzi's doing all that on the backside, you've got to be able to win your engagements on the front side in order to make a play happen.
Yeah, and with the lives being 7-5 right now, Nebraska cannot afford to lose anymore, and you will see no more respawns remaining. There's 30 seconds. Wright State can definitely make a big play here with Germ in the back line. And as you see the players moving in towards the P5, Zypho as well, he's going to be that only form of deference. And, well, Germ gets towards the back, kills 1. Now it's a 3v6, and, well, Reek gets it done, and now there's only 1 player left. It's Cloudsy. Yutzi. He's going to be off the angle here, and Clousy's going to try and get on the side, but when you have 3 gunners ready to roll, you get the offensive win, and that's the Raiders.
Yeah, Wright State coming up huge. I mean, we talked about it. They put so much pressure on this Nebraska squad. They kept them guessing. They had thorns in the side, sending people on the flanks in their spawns through church multiple times, and that ended up being the recipe to success. Simple as that. You get the A point while slaying out and then force a bunch of engagements, and you're going to be good to go. That is precisely what we saw this past weekend out of the CDL. That's why I literally said I feel like teams saw that and are like, oh, we can actually play this completely differently than how we've been playing it. We're already seeing that here right now.
Exactly. Proof is in the pudding. We're going to see a bit of a fight here towards A for the side of Nebraska, but he's going to get stuck. He will get tagged up by the nade. He does notice that Soli's on the right, but not enough. But Germ holding down the mid. It's going to be a bit of a tough one as now they've lost all support towards this A side. The recollection, you'd see that player you said before, just making that impact play now on the long flank. But Cloudsy finds him.
Yeah, he does. And, I mean, I'm looking at Sully right now. He tried to make the play through the mid. They have not sent anyone as that sneaky beaver over through B yet. They're really just trying to lock down A in Nebraska. And I mean, yes, that's good, but I don't know if that's going to be a recipe for success because, I mean, if Wright State can understand this, just keep on playing the kills, play their lives, they can give up A. A almost doesn't matter. You just need to play your lives at this B point, and you're going to be good to go. And, I mean, right now, with them locking down this A point, it's going to be just that situation. And now it's going to be 23-24. How is Wright State going to play this out? Understand that they just need to win out in lives and play time at this point.
Yeah, and Germ's AR work is going to be essential here. He does get 2, stops the push, but forces them all the way to Neptune. So Neptune here's going big. He gets 2, knows that there's 1 player left. He's going to need to try and rat him out. If not, then there will be a problem in the spawns. Zyphos wins that, so he will be able to get his influence in. Top Church coming in, and it looks like the angle's going to be for Germ. Germ, once again, now on a 5 spree. He's going to be eligible for streaks here pretty soon, and, well, Reek's trigger discipline. Somebody give the info.
Oh, my goodness, man. Big play, though, either way. As we look at the lives, it's going to be a 4-kill advantage. It's a full team wipe coming in for Wright State. And, I mean, honestly, this squad right now, they are in prime position on this defensive side. Oh, my goodness, Yutzi, he just saw those players through the window. He's going to be coming up behind him, and that's going to be a nasty 2-piece. Line them up, baby. Shoot their bodies. Feel good. You're up by 7 kills. Go ahead and just keep on locking this one down. I mean, Yutzi, a man on a mission, 12-6 right now.
This man is looking disrespectfully as he just gets an absolute banger right there. Does a little 360, does his little dancey dance for the viewers. We greatly much appreciate it. 1 minute left, 12-20 in terms of the live count. Nebraska are down, but they will be making this church play here pretty soon.
Yeah, precisely. And I mean, if you look at Germ, currently 16-6 on the defensive side. They're up by 8 kills, ladies and gentlemen. There's only about 2 more team pushes coming out of Nebraska, and they're going to be keep on dropping as Germ is not stopping here. He's on a 9 spree. Let's go ahead and hop on with him. I would love to hop on with Germ if we could, just because he's on 9. Why stop here and now? I mean, anytime that you're going that off, I mean, can he hit double digits? I mean, that's really the big question.
Yeah, can he indeed? And, well, he will be taken down by Zyphos. Reek gets towards the site, and, well, there's 24 seconds left. No tick progression. Yutzi, unfortunately, has to nerf his teammate Reek with a team nade. And, well, Germ still has full streak, 17-7. Absolutely phenomenal plays at Zyphos. He's trying to will this team a win.
Yeah, precisely. And I mean, right now, only 7 kills remaining. Cloudsy going big. Look at the kill feed. It's 5-1. The last few kills. This is huge coming in for Nebraska. I mean, it's not over yet. They're only down by 3. Still going to be 8-5. I mean, but they've only got 15 seconds left. They would have to do some absolutely magic work right here, right now. And I'm not sure that's going to happen as Germ going to be locking this one down. 8 seconds. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0.
Yeah, I think Germ's play there towards the back was absolutely insane because not only did he get Zyphos off the hill, he got him with the glide bomb. So that discouraged any players to be able to move outside of cover. So that gave his teammates just enough time to be able to breathe, recollect, and just get that pressure off. So Germ was definitely your player of the round for this round 2. And, well, as we head towards a defensive round for the side of the Raiders again, right now, it's going to be absolutely insane to see what they can do. Or, I mean, excuse me, attacking.
Now, if you're asking me what the biggest difference in each offensive team's rounds were, in my opinion, when Wright State had an offensive round, they kept on sending people trying to be that person early on. They didn't just do it once they got fully capped A. They sent people early over to B, and it ended up working out for them. Nebraska didn't do that. They kept on four-manning A until they got it, and then Wright State were able to just lock up, set up, and play out kills, and just hard aim their whole time. And they just walked into their guns. I mean, It was a great play coming out of Wright State. And now the question is, are they going to go with that same thing that got them the early victory, or are they going to be content with just, playing this one out solidly? And it looks like they've already secured A, got the full 2 minutes 15 to work over at B. Now the question is, how's it going to happen?
I think at this point, the Raiders have a confidence level that's just unchallengeable. They're feeling like they're in the pro league right now, and that confidence just to 3-stack and have a player towards the back line, it's absolutely insane. And with 2 minutes and a lot of lives still remaining, the Raiders are just feeling so confident right now that they could run through a wall.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be Neptune picking up 2, which is going to be huge. And now they've got that team wipe advantage, a full 4-kill advantage. And I mean, that could be huge if they can keep it going. And the body shots are already coming out. And I mean, honestly, anytime that people shoot bodies, let's be honest, it ending up well for them. But I mean, the way this squad has been playing today, I got to be honest, I'm all for it.
Yeah, they have been playing phenomenal. Germ pushing in through the sights, going to be making his way through bunks, and, well, radios his play, and he is the recording master here. Cloudsy's going to be able to stop him on a 2 streak, 20-22 in lives, and, well, the Raiders will be up for now, as we see that a minute 32 is still left, but a tick progressed is a tick earned towards the dub.
Look at player number 2 right now, Germ. He's going to be the one to watch as he's going to be going up around the back. This is going to be a big 1v1, him and Cloudsy, and he wins that. And now, I mean, honestly, this squad is going to be looking for him backside church, but he's going to be looping back through mid, and I like the play. Now you can see players 7 and 6. They're preoccupied, and that's going to leave player number 1 and 4 on Wright State and UT and Neptune with a good opportunity to potentially make a push up on this top right side at B, but that is going to be one player going down to Zyphos. UT does get the trade, and I mean, now here comes the pressure coming in from Wright State. This is going to be the push.
And the push coming in, Reek holding the back, but Zypho's going to be able to still keep his influence there. 50 seconds left. Neptune holding the top with his teammate Germ. This is absolutely essential from the ARs. You're going to see some shots coming in. Soli, once again, impact player, trying to keep the team alive. UT finds Soli, but unable to find Cloudsy. Now, Rick gets shot down by Cloudsy too. You need to get that player off of the plat if you're going to try and, get anywhere near it. But Neptune's play here towards Church with Germ will be big.
Yeah, massive even with only 28 seconds remaining. It's a tie game in lives, 12-12. I mean, it might honestly come down to the kills at this point if they can find a way to get on the hill. This exchange right here is going to be absolutely huge between Reek, but he's going to be going down to Zyphos and Nebraska. They might have just had the hold necessary. That might have been it. This is going to be the last push attempt coming in from Wright State.
Yeah, there's no more attempts after this one. You're going to see Germ get that kill. That gets the player top of mid. But somebody needs to hop onto this site ASAP. Well, it's one thing to get kills. Nobody's going to be able to get onto the site in time. And, well, that will give Nebraska their first round in what seems like was a drowning attack from the side of the Wright State Raiders. I'm very hopeful for the side of Nebraska, but as we hop into a defense with the Raiders, this could get really dicey for them.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, this is the thing. The Raiders didn't do what won them their first offensive round. They just did the straight up, all right, we're going to 4-man cap A, and then we're going to use all our time to cap B. It didn't work out for them. This Nebraska squad, they were more hunkered down. They understand how to defend that B point. And I mean, they did it absolutely perfectly right there. And now I feel like Wright State, they're going to understand exactly what to expect from this squad on defense. And I mean, as you stated, they played very solid defense before. And it looks like this A point is going to be going the way of Nebraska early yet again. I believe this is going to be a full cap.
Well, you will see a bit of a fight towards Cloudsy, but he's going to be able to win both of those. Now, UT tries to go to the back, but Soli's ready for the long flank, and it's like what you said in that first round, but Germ, oh my goodness, it's no problem for him. He's on a 6 streak, earns the strafing run, but he will need one more to get that glide bomb. You're just going to need to try and hold this B with all that you have, and we clearly saw, even from the side of Nebraska, that it's very possible.
I mean, Germ literally is a unit right now, 34 and 13 to his name, almost triple positive in a control. Ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely insane numbers. Oh, Reek, you can't be losing that one to Zyphos. Got to be getting the better of him up top mid, and now, I mean, right here, right now, with a minute 40 remaining, squad, currently in a tie game in kills as well. I mean, things are looking very, very good, but Germ currently on a 7 spree. Can he turn and burn a player? No. The player was going to be up top. Unfortunate. He's going to be going down, but it's all good because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Germ is fully streaked out. That's going to be impressively massive for Wright State.
I mean, we saw the last time that they were defending what happened when Germ was given full streaks, and, well, Nebraska are feeling that Reaper in the air here possibly soon. While Cloudsy is getting a bit of some movement into the middle, you're going to have Reek who's going to stop that from Eclipses. And, well, it's a 2 down, and, well, you have Germ in the back still being that menace that he is, so Cloudsy's not going to be able to get any influence just yet.
Some nice shots going to be coming out yet again from Germ, picking up right where he left off, and 0-6 progression. I mean, you said it. Honestly, this squad, we know that they can lock this defensive side down. They've shown that they can do it, and they're doing it yet again. It is going to be even in kills right now. This is 19-18. I mean, this one is extremely close, yes, but still, with 0-6 progression coming in, this is looking very, very good for Wright State.
It very much is so, and well, Sully gets the flank onto Utsi. That's going to open up that top lane. Zyphos wins that big 1v1 towards the top plat, and when you have 40 seconds left, you got to hop on, stop the time. But you know that player, Germ, he's got the glide bomb, and well, you hear it coming in from above, and is not going to be effective. He will not get any players, and so now the effect has yet to be heard.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, Germ's stuck!
Oh, no. Oh, he was able to get out, though. I mean, either way, calling in that glide bomb, not getting anything when all those players, there was a lot of players that, you know, were in position to be killed. I mean, that's just extremely unfortunate. But, I mean, either way right now, with the lives dwindling on the side of Wright State, Reed going big. He picks up 2, but he needs to play his life perfectly because here and now, this squad's got to make a comeback. They're only down by 3. What a swing.
Yeah, big swing indeed, and the Raiders are still staying up here. You've got Neptune in the back, and he's going to go for this kill, but it looks as though he will be able to... Oh my gosh! Calypsis takes that!
Oh my goodness, Eclipses, what are you doing right now on the map? Absolutely disgusting things, but, I mean, you can see this is going to be the final push coming in. It's pretty much an even game right now, but that's going to be Wright State picking up a couple. Can they find the third? It looks like Neptune going to be dropping Eclipses as well. This squad locking it down on defense, and that is it. Wright State of hell. What did we just witness? They flipped that around. They were down by like 5 kills, and I don't even know what happens. They just went absolutely massive. They went insane.
It was just absolutely crazy because you killed Germ from the top mid. That opens up that lane, and then you see Eclipses and Co. Eclipses and Sully really just get through to the site. And right when you're there in a moment of contention, you saw they were right about to get to that round 5. But when you have a player that just comes in, does the damage, such as Utsi and Co., these guys were not stopping. Utsi and Reek, they got back onto the site. They managed to save it by a cinch, and, well, they got that round by the skin of their teeth.
Oh, my goodness. Neptune had 16 kills, and Germ had 22 more kills than him. Like, I don't even know what to say. Neptune had 38 overall engagements, 22 deaths, 16 kills. Germ had 38 kills by himself. I mean, honestly, this was the Germ show with his high streak being 9, 4,000 damage. I mean, honestly, an absolute unit on the map. Germ going off massively for this squad right here, right now on this map number 3 to end it with a 3-0 for Wright State Raiders. And I mean, now sitting at 2-3 in this second stage, along with now Nebraska, who's now 2-3. They've got the tiebreaker over Nebraska, so they are feeling very, very good. And I mean, man, you see that, man. Neptune's in the chat. He's saying, I was in a blender. I wasn't feeling myself. But yes, and that's what it's a team game for. And that's where you got teammates, and they helped you step up, and you guys got the dub. That's all that matters.
Yeah, at the end of the day, teamwork makes the dream work. And, well, this was most definitely the Petri dish. And we were watching the display of Germ because, man, that guy was just having absolutely crazy numbers, crazy amounts of skill on the map. And, well, it clearly showed in a 3-0 fashion over Nebraska Esports. Raiders will be continuing on into the series and doing good. But, yeah, what looked like a very close differential in records clearly was not into effect. What happens on paper most of the time does not happen usually in real life.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing, is that these teams are learning and adapting, and that's why I said the Stage 1 records, yeah, they're cool. Yeah, they can tell us a little bit about the squad, but honestly, they're not going to be telling the whole story as to what they're ready to do today. And I mean, honestly, you can't tell me that this squad didn't learn from something this past weekend just watching the pros play. Like, I'm sorry, like, the change that we've already seen coming out on some of these maps is absolutely incredible, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving seeing these teams adapting, getting new play styles, understanding that offense is not impossible on offense or on Tuscan control. And I mean, they're making it work. They're figuring it out. So I mean, props to this Wright State squad coming out, getting a hot 3-0 and feeling very good. Nebraska gonna have to go back to the drawing board for sure.
Yeah, it was an absolutely banger of a series for the side of the Wright State Raiders. Nebraska, while they were pretty close at times to taking it, the S&D was not very much in that favor. But, hey, you still have plenty of time. Stage 2 has barely just started. We're still trying to qualify each of these teams for that playoff series. Make sure you guys are ready. We're going to be going to a break. We'll be having some new casters here pretty soon. Rome will be staying, so, hey, that handsome face ain't going anywhere soon, but I will be going off for the night. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all your kind messages, everyone in the chat for having fun with us for what a hype series. We'll be back after this short break and with our second matchup of the night.